And that is happening. And I'm going to let the people in. John, about to introduce you, and then I will pop out and leave you guys to have an awesome show. All right? Bring the people in. Hello, ladies and gentlemen that are just coming in right now. We have got a great show for you today. And thank you for coming to the Pop-Up Comedy Show. The lineup, as you see before you, all these wonderful comedians that are just dying to entertain you. And feel free to turn your cameras on and let them see your happy, bright, and smiling faces. Or if you prefer to, stay in the darkness, be like a troll, you're happy to do that too. But I'm going to turn you over to your host and MC, a very funny man. You probably recognize him from his own Amazon television special called Living Large. Put your hands together and help me welcome Mr. John G. John G., ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, hello everybody. Here I am from Christmas COVID Central up here at the North Pole. Just hanging out, waiting for some cooler weather to actually get out there and do some stuff. This whole thing about looking like Santa Claus and thinking that I'm not going to get a job this year as Santa Claus. So I decided I was really going to try to lose weight. I started this pandemic a little bit heavier than I am now, and honestly, like, I started losing weight not because I was trying. I started losing weight because I was cooking for myself, and I'm a horrible cook. Nobody wants to eat this stuff I cook. Nobody, trust me. And after the same 5 or 6 meals I learned how to prepare every day, I said, boom, that's it, I'm done. But then I kind of got to like a stalemate a couple weeks ago. So with the stalemate, I decided I was going to start walking, right? And me, the way that I am, I don't go out and decide I'm going to walk a mile or two. The first day I go out, I do 5 miles. I get so excited that I got the 5 miles complete. I went and found the San Diego Rock and Roll Marathon virtual online, and I signed up. Yes, I did. And so last weekend I did their dual remix challenge. They did the remix challenge. There were boom boxes as the thing for the award. So I signed up for this remix challenge. It's a 6K and a 10K that you have to do during the course of the weekend. So I do both of them. So I complete them. My time is like off the roof. I'm doing 20-something minute miles walking, so I'm slow as hell. And I'm excited because I finished them. I go and I look at the I go and I look at the race results. Out of 2,073 people that participated in my age group, I was 270. So 3 people after me obviously are in worse shape than I am. Yes, yeah. So, I mean, I figure at some point here I have to break down and risk going and getting a haircut. I haven't gotten a haircut or trimmed up the beard a little bit in a long time because I'm still a little bit afraid of the COVID thing. It's really, you think about it, man. How close are you when you're getting a haircut, right? I mean, that's almost as intimate as sex. Don't be looking at me like that. I saw that face. I mean, I wonder if that's why I've always gotten a haircut from a female, because it's kind of weird when when a dude's cut. I don't go to a barber. Any of you guys go to barbers? The dudes, you guys go to barbers? Yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird situation. Not like creepy weird the other way, but So so I'm really worried about doing the Santa Claus thing, right? Because at the end of the day, when you're a big heavy dude with a red coat, and even though most of the kids supposedly love you, there's a fair amount of them that cry. They're scared to death when they come up there. And the ones that are scared to death, can you imagine if you're wearing a mask too? It's just not going to do it. It's really not. And so I just don't think I'm going to have that part-time job. So I'm kind of hoping I can lose enough weight and then start my own Twitch channel. And I was thinking about, starting the Santa strip channel. Maybe I might have to go, maybe Twitch won't let me do it. Maybe I might have to go to to one of those, Fan Centros or one of those kind of things and just start a Santa strip show. What do you think? Think I can do a Santa strip show? Probably make some cash too, right?
Woo!
There's got to be some freaky Santa people out there. Wow, Maybe get one of them portable poles, put it back here in the back of the office, and do some swinging around the pole. Maybe I'll even pinstripe it like a candy, like a candy cane. The Santa strip pole. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to drive more, even though I'm not really going that far. I'm still starting to drive more, so I'm starting to hate the gas again. Even though the gas prices are still staying a little low here in Jersey, but starting to hate the gas again. And I got invited to do my first outdoor comedy show next week, so we'll see how that goes. Standing outside and yelling at a bunch of people in the backyard of a bar that are half drunk and don't really want me to be there anyway. But it should be fun. It should be fun. Anyway, we got some really great comedians coming on here tonight, and I want to keep this going. I just wanted to get a little off my chest before I got started. I want to keep this going, and I want to make it fun for everybody. So we appreciate all the audience that's coming, is checking us out, and all the comedians. They're all a bunch of great comedians. And the first comedian I'm going to bring up, she actually did a little skit with one of my good friends, Reverend John, a few weeks ago. So that was really cool. So let's give it up for Madeline Cahill. Madeline, yay!
Guys, what's up? I'm so happy to be here. This is my first Zoom comedy show, so I'm like fired the fuck up. I'm 25 years old and I started doing comedy a couple of years ago. I started doing comedy because everybody in my life used to tell me I was an old soul. And I loved that because I thought that they meant I was curious and I was excited. As it turns out that's just an adult way of telling a child that they're going to be an alcoholic when they grow up. Right on the money, right on the fucking money. I am super, super curious inherently. I'm very I'm always excited and stuff about I've always been really, excited to figure out my gender and my sexuality and all that kind of stuff. And I was born a female, but I've never truly felt fundamentally like a female. I would say that I'm female adjacent. I'm a female, but my vagina is voiced by a man, which is definitely an odd feeling. I think part of the reason that I've never been fully, attached to my body is that I have big boobs. I have really big boobs, but not the fun Selma Hayek heaving bosom, sexy girl booby kind. Nothing fun. I have the tits of a woman that sells cheese at a medieval fair. I have LARPer tits. I have the tits of a woman that makes really good chili for her son's football game. It's a very specific thing that you just have to be into it, honest to God. A lot hairier than I'd like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Not super, super sexy. Honest to God, thank you to coronavirus. I have been like Stella, getting my fucking groove back. I'm sexting a lot, which I believe a lot of us are. It's the socially distant way to fuck up somebody's life. Couple do's, couple don'ts of sexting. A lot more don'ts than do's. Don'ts. Number 1, do not use the Snapchat face swap to put the vagina up on the face. Not even if you have a really cute voice. They will not text you back. You will also never get that image out of your head. I can't even give myself a pap smear because of it anymore. The second thing is, do not use any anatomical clinical language. There is no one who knows less about the female body than a man. Okay, no cervix, no fallopian, nothing, no mammary, nothing. The other day, I said to a guy, I've been in self-isolation so long, my hymen is back intact. And he said to me, did you use glue? I said, and he goes, how else would you put a flower back together? I said, do you think I'm saying stamen, you fucking moron? Right? Jesus Christ, how little do men think they have to do to get us to sleep with them? Anyway, he was pretty good. He was pretty good in the set. No, I am loving the self-isolation thing, honest to God. My favorite part of self-isolation is that everybody and their mother now has infinite time to post on Facebook. It's the best thing ever. My favorite thing in the world are the alt-right Facebook posts. I love like aggressively alt-right Facebook posts because there's no amount of confidence I would ever have to be able to make that post, right? Like some gun-toting motherfucker comes up, you're safer with me around. I don't believe that's true for a second. First of all, because it's attached to a 7-page Facebook status, which I'm pretty sure at that point is just a manifesto. It's not even a status at that point. Additionally, civil rights leader Angela Franklin, never heard of her. I'm gonna need a couple more sites about that. The other day I saw somebody make a Facebook post that said, the opinions I have are the opinions you'll have in 5 years. By then I'll have better opinions. I love that. I love that. Do you know how much confidence you need to have that opinion about the fact that slavery was necessary? I'm gonna have that opinion in 5 years? That's a rough 5 years that I'm gonna have to go through, all right? My opinions are your opinions. Do you know how much confidence you have to say that? Do you know how much confidence you have to say that and then misspell the word accurate 3 times in the next fucking sentence? Are you kidding me? That is fucking unreal. Honest to God, I love it so much. On a serious note, I know that like there's a lot going on really seriously, and coronavirus has killed almost 2 million people worldwide, and that's pretty fucking intense. You know, that's not something to be shirked at, you know? And I'm not a religious person, but I like to take some time every day to just like pray to God, you know, and like say whatever. So even for the last like 30 seconds or whatever, I'd like to take a minute and if you could join me in just prayer. Dear God, thank you so much for killing all of those people. All right. That's all that I have, guys. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Madeline. Madeline! All right. Good job. Yeah. You're not that religious, but you were confessing to the Reverend a week ago, huh? Yeah, it was fun.
I did a really good job of that, too.
You did a great job of that. Make sure you check it out when it comes out. All right, let's keep this going. Let's give it up now for Stuart Gimbal. Stuart!
Hey, thanks for coming, people. Good to have you here. As I recover from the coronavirus, I have a lot of time to think about important things like baseball and death. I think we over-romanticize death too much in this country. For example, when a famous person dies, you'll often read how they died in the loving arms of their entire family, their wife, their sister, their brother, their kids, their grandchildren, their nieces, their nephews, their cousins. What did they die of? Asphyxiation? I mean, were they strangled? Give the old man some breathing room. And people always say, I don't want to die alone. But when you die with your entire family there, you ruin their day. Your day was already destroyed. And no one wants to be that guy. You've been there all day. You haven't had anything to eat. They're wheeling away your loved one. But you don't want to hear, how could you think of food at a time like this? I can think about food because I'm hungry. Grandpa is no longer going to eat, but I need sustenance. Now. I don't care if I die alone. I don't want to die sober. What's the point? Okay, you've lived your whole life. Go out with a little bit of, fun. I mean, what's going to happen? A mistake is made. I'm sent to heaven. Everyone there is happy to see me. They all know my name. There is no social distancing. And if you heard heart music sober, give me some weed. Help me out a little bit. And if I'm sent to hell, opportunity for the most fantastic mindfuck in history. Give me some mushrooms. Help me process that. How about some Lucifer in the sky with diamonds? And if nothing happens to me, what a waste. You guys are all going to judge me. You could have partied to the end. You could have went all the way, but instead, oh, you were sober. What do you have to lose? Are you worried about a hangover? Are you concerned that if you're on your deathbed and you use illegal drugs, they'll bury you in prison? I don't really think that's the case. And I really think we need to re-examine the Christian view of hell. It's just not working for me. Eternal damnation? So if I misbehave in hell, you're going to add to my sentence? How does that work? And have any of these people who write about hell ever met Jews? I mean, real Jews in the wild. We have a reputation for often making observations about our surrounding and suggesting improvements. In other words, we argue, we form committees, we argue some more. Do you want to really deal with a co-op board in hell? You give us enough time, and there will be air conditioning there. And we will not pay full retail. I mean, the lady, and the other thing about hell that I don't understand is who are they really torturing? Because according to the lady on the subway, demons will chew me up, rip me apart, and spit me out every day. That sounds like a real boring job. I think they're torturing them. They're doing the same thing day after day. There's no room for advancement, and there are no benefits in hell. But that lady in the subway won't stop about, I'm going to hell. Every day on the A train, she makes my ride a rolling hell. And it's just, to me, it's just such a waste. Lady, stop your preaching. I've heard it before. I'm just trying to get to work, and go out and, work in a soup kitchen or bring supplies to a battered women's shelter, or do some good works with your life. But the people who really get under my skin are in the subway station at Times Square. And these are the Jews for Jesus. They drive me crazy. They come up to me every day. Are you a Jew? Are you a Jew? Are you a Jew? Do you know that you could be a Jew and believe in Jesus? Yes. I'm also aware that I could be a vegetarian and eat steak. It's also true that I could be a conservative Republican and force my mistress to get an abortion. But I choose not to, because I like living in the real world. And I don't know why they're always picking on the Jews. I mean, there are no Baptists for Buddha or things like this, but I think there should be. But I am preparing for them mentally, and for all these conservative people who in December come up to me and say, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. They want to say Merry Christmas because apparently there's a war on Christmas and someone told them they couldn't say it. Well, when they come up this time and say Merry Christmas, this Jew boy is going to look them in the eye and say, all holidays matter. Thank you for coming, and a lot more in the show.
All right, give it up for Sport, everybody. Good job. All right, now we're going to bring you a funny lady from Long Island, all the way from where'd she go?
All the way.
There she, all the way from Long Island. Let's give it up for Lorraine Marks Epstein. Yay!
Hi guys. So yeah, so this is officially my third Zoom show. My first one was coerced, and then this one I volunteered for. Have no idea why. But anyway, just on the subject of supposedly everyone has one homosexual experience in their lifetime. I'm still waiting. But lesbian life could be really great. I mean, think about it. You could move to a nicer neighborhood if you choose wisely. Your wardrobe could immediately be doubled. You could just go out on your first date, and at the end of your date, you're just, so, show me your closet. I mean, you've already pre-qualified the person for size. Now you're working on style. Because let's be honest, the outfit they're wearing may be the best thing they own. It might be their dating outfit. By the time you get in their closet, if there's one pair of jeans and one t-shirt spotted with paint, the date's over. And once you get past style, then the next is shoes. But if you start with beautiful feet, what size are they? You might be labeled as having a foot fetish, and that severely narrows your dating pool. But, I mean, lesbianism, sometimes I think about it and I go, why bother? I mean, I'm walking around in a lesbian DIY kit every single day. Once you eliminate the need for a sexual partner, I mean, what do you have? Heterosexual marriage. I mean, a lesbian relationship with myself could be like really the best of all worlds. I'd never have to complain about dinner, money, in-laws, or sex. Doesn't matter if I'm in the mood or not. I'm never going to wonder if where I am if I'm out late. I'm always going to be the most attractive person in the relationship.
Oh, good.
Okay? Something that doesn't happen all the time. You know? And I'll always get to watch my favorite TV shows. That's a big war in my house. See, lately, I'm really into Titan games. Have any of you ever watched Titan games? Yeah. Okay. Basically, it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson having convinced a whole bunch of producers to spend thousands of dollars on big weight equipment that he never has to prove that he can do. And the people that are on there participating, the contestants, these people are not human. I mean, if you've ever questioned alien life on this planet, it's on the Titan games. But I just really want to understand why. I mean, I understand being passionate about something, but I don't know what makes you suddenly want to pick heavy things up just to put them down again. I mean, and honestly, the only thing you get out of that is to be able to pick up heavier things to put them down again. I mean, where does it stop? What is the end to this? So I obviously do not spend a lot of time in the gym. That's where the weightlifting support groups are. So I'm not there.
Man.
That's why I met my husband in a bar. Okay. You do not have like athletic expectations of people that you meet in bars. I mean, I'm a realist. My husband's 5'9". He's Jewish. I didn't expect an NFL contract to be in the offing unless it was to carry the clipboard behind the coach. And I've stuck around for 30 years to see if I'm wrong. But he is a trophy husband. It's a participation trophy, but I'm the kind of person that has to be accepting of all kinds of people. Thank God multiple marriages are not legal, because God knows what kind of loonies I'd bring home. And that's my set, guys.
All right, give it up for Ray. All right. All right. Multiple marriages. I've had several of those.
Yeah, not all at the same time.
Well, you didn't clarify that part. All right, let's keep this going. Let's give it up for Isabel Perry. Isabel!
How's it going, guys? I'm in Atlanta right now. Atlanta, man. There are a lot of bugs in Georgia. It's basically like a city in the middle of a forest. You know, I had my first interaction with a flying cockroach. And the roach won because I didn't put up a fight. I saw it, and then I tiptoed out of the room with the grace of a ballerina on coke. So, I live in the historic West End district, and it's like part hood, part like old Southern civil rights crew, part gentrified. It's a lot like Bed-Stuy, yeah. Yeah, and I turn one corner and there's like a newly renovated home. I turn another corner, there's 4 guys playing dominoes in front of their house, which is the worst socially distanced game you could play ever. It's refreshing. I do a lot of walking in Atlanta, and it's a driving city, so I always look weird when I'm walking, and as drivers pass me by, they look at me very sad. Or they probably think I'm a prostitute or something like that. You know, and since, you know, I'm Black, I'm in Atlanta, I'm thinking about all the history, and I'm like, I imagine myself walking down the same roads that like the slaves walked down. And here I am, my ancestors' dreams, you know, pursuing a career in entertainment with $100,000 worth of student loan debt. Living off of an hourly wage. I'm the total dream package, you guys. You know, when my ancestors were picking cotton, I'm the vision of what they had in their mind. I hate that shit. I hate those shirts. They're well-meaning. I hate all that stuff, though, because I'm pretty sure my ancestors were thinking of just like surviving. And speaking of my lack of survival skills, there's this YouTube channel called Mr. Toufé. And it's just like a single man. You know, Madeline, you're shaking your head. Just a single man with a stick building an underground city in South America. And he does this for hours. Meanwhile, I want to give up just reading furniture directions. But when I do build a piece of IKEA furniture, I feel like a goddamn goddess, just like fucking hammering. Well, it's IKEA, so I'm like turning the cam lock. The cam screws, you know, fucking breaking a sweat. Little calluses on my fingertips. I can't even do my own hair. I risked the pandemic to get my hair braided, you guys. You know, and I watch YouTube videos with the same like enthusiasm that I watch like YouTube exercise videos, you know? Like I just sit back and watch them. So while these girls are doing all this tutorial stuff on their hair, I'm like, one day I'm gonna do it, and then I just save it to a playlist I'm never gonna check out. I've been shopping around for a new therapist. I gotta tell you, the whole exercise is like super draining. Um, I was told that shopping for a therapist is like trying to get a pair of jeans. And I think the person was trying to tell me, stick with it. It'll get better. Except, have you ever shopped for jeans? Because it's miserable. Because first you have to get through all the stupid names like Guinevere and Delilah and boyfriend jeans and weekend jeans. And then you got to get through all the fits. You got like straight leg, slim, skinny, tight, tapered, boot cut, bootleg, flared, baggy, classic, easy, carpenter, low, mid, high, mom, and curvy. And that's not like a universal key, right? They're all sized in different ways. Like they're too tight around the thighs, but not the hips. They don't get up over the ankles. Then you get them up, and they don't close at the waist. And then you try them on in this like cramped and crusty like funhouse mirror. It reveals the awful truth about your appearance. And then try finding a black woman therapist, because that's what I'm looking for. My old therapist, lovely guy, Upper East Side white guy, but it felt like my therapy sessions became teaching sessions, and I still had to pay him. It's like this. This is why what Cindy did at work was racist. And they all ask the same intro question. So I have my pitch, my therapy pitch, right? Because they all ask, why are you here? I'm like, well, where do you want to start? You want childhood stuff, mom stuff, eating disorders, suicidal thoughts? Like, which take your pick. Where do you want to start? Pro tip: if you mention suicide on a call with a therapist, stuff gets like really weird. So I would save it for like session 1 or 2. But it's just like when I'm in that dressing room, man, and I'm trying on a bunch of jeans and I'm making bargains with God to change my diet. And I'm thinking about childhood, mom stuff, body dysmorphia, and suicidal thoughts, you guys. Thanks so much. That's me.
Hey, give it up for Isabel. Good job. You just gave me another goal. I'm going out for skinny jeans this week.
Do it.
Yeah, all right. All right. So let's keep this going. We're going to bring up cats. Just cats. Hey, cats. Hey.
All right. So I've been watching a lot of movies lately because what else am I going to do? It's like, and especially about like the time travel stuff, it's just like really fascinating to me. And I find that when you ask people about it, most of them will say the first thing that they would do is go kill baby Hitler. And I couldn't do that myself. It just, I could never kill a baby that wasn't mine. So what I would do though is I would wait till he was like in his art school, and I would befriend him and I would support him, and I would let him know that if he wanted to be famous, he needed to do like what other famous artists did and kill themselves when they're young. So anyway, so it seems like a lot of young women these days just want to be like Instagram models and Instagram famous and all that good stuff. It's like they just want to get paid just to look pretty, And it's like, you want me to pay you for looking pretty? I don't even pay for my porn. and these women are sticking multiple things up their behind them. So Yeah. So it's like I want to tell these women, like, do you realize what you're asking me to do? You want me to give you money to watch you do stuff. So can I just come over to your place and like give you $20 and just stare at you for an hour? Is that not enough? Like, how much are you charging per hour? You also want the money up front. You know who else wants the money up front? Hookers. You know, but at least you are your own pimp. So you got that going for you. But seriously, like, what's up with all like the younger generations like wanting money like on top of their daily wage? You know, like I'm at Starbucks picking up my tea, and people want a tip because they did that. Do I also have to tip my brother when he passes me the corn at Thanksgiving? Like, I just want to know, where does it end? Like who do we tip and who don't we tip? Bartenders, I can see that. Barbers, definitely. You know, sorry, John. Dentists, maybe. Like, how insanely weird would it be, like, to get your medical bill, like, for like some of you women who have had kids, like, and at the bottom of the insurance bill it says gratuity added. Like, is it 18%, 15%? Like, what's the that's just, whatever. So, speaking of other random crazy shit that's going on, I recently learned about this like little 4 or 5-year-old who's getting paid $20 million to review toys. Did you hear me? Some company is paying a kid to play with toys. That just, like, really? Like, are you expecting like this kid to review next season's toys with some articulate, like, mind-blowing stuff, like, this Robo Shark Former 2000 is perfectly balanced. The symmetry is just mwah. But if I were you, I would tweak the spring on the backside just like a quarter more a turn, because of if Spring's law tells us anything, no. You know what kind of reviews you're gonna get? I don't like this toy. It's too blue. These wheels tasted funny. Like, seriously, like, who signed off on that contract? Did they read the art of the deal? That's all. That's anyway. Moving on. I can't get over that. So I'll leave you guys with this. So I love bacon. I know a lot of people do, but I mean, I really, really love bacon. Like, I will eat like 2 or 3 strips every day. And you want to know something else? I will use that bacon grease.
Oh! It must have been bad. Oh, James locked up on us. I mean, Cat's locked up on us. Cats.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Now I want to know what he does with that bacon grease.
Oh, you don't.
You're making us zoom now.
You might not want to know.
I might not want to know, huh? Ooh, I'll never look at bacon again the same way. All right, well, give it up for Katz, even though he's not here. All right. All right. Ooh. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're going to keep this going now. Let's bring on Dina Bakowitz. Dina!
Woo! Okay. Woo! Katz just broke the internet.
Again.
How bad does a joke have to be that the entire internet says, sorry?
Hey.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad. Woo.
It's bad.
Oh my God. And he totally ruined my setup too. But yeah, so I was actually known as Bacon Bits. In school, that was my nickname. It wasn't a nice nickname. It was a nickname. So I'm Canadian, and so I only date guys who eat Canadian bacon. I realized I look even tinier on Zoom than in real life. And they say the camera adds a couple, like, I don't know, 5 pounds, 10 pounds. I just wanted a few more inches. Yeah, which is what I did to my last date. But my memory doesn't go that far back anymore. And Madeline was talking about dating and women with big boobs. Yeah, with big boobs. I mean, you're hilarious. And so young and so talented, and I can't figure out if I want you to be my daughter or my girlfriend. And I'm straight, I think. I don't know, this week. I think I'm an aspirational lesbian. I've gone through all the men in this city. I've got to move now to another country to find a boyfriend. It's true, I'm going international. I am moving back to Canada, which is where I'm originally from. And I found out that 1 million people from the U.S. have, in the past 4 or 5 months, have moved to Toronto. So I'm not good at math or grammar. But let me try that again. I'm so excited. 1 million people have moved from the U.S. and I'm hoping mainly from New York to Toronto. So I was like, that's 1 million new prospects for me. I'm assuming they're all men just because wishful thinking. You know, it really, really increases my odds of meeting men with even more commitment issues than I have. New York or Canada? Canada or New York? Like, I don't think I'd commit to visit me one evening in my apartment. You know? These guys can't commit to a country. So yeah, we'll see what my dating life is going to be like in a couple of months once I'm settled. We've all been shut in for a while, and I'm an extrovert. That's really difficult for an extrovert, but I made it through, got out on the other end. I went to the dentist for the first time. I broke a tooth eating bacon, of all things. There's no one else to eat me. And if you can put your leg over your head, you're pretty damn lucky. So yes, I'm very flexible that way. I cracked a tooth. I'm old, but I'm flexible. And I cracked a tooth and I went to the dentist, and you know, he gloved up. I was a little dented, but
gloved up.
I rinsed, gloved up, and he's got his hands in my mouth, and I realized this is the first human skin-to-skin contact, actual physical touch I have had in over 4 months. And so I wanted to ask him for a hug. Like, once you're in there, can I get a hug? But I thought that would be weird. So I just licked his finger and grabbed his ass. And now I'm on the wrong side of the Me Too movement. The lesbians won't have me anymore. The men will. So, and Ghislaine Maxwell and I are besties now. Yeah. Hey, I only look like jailbait from behind. She looks 12. So, that line worked 20 years ago. Not so much anymore. You do have to get by in this world. So I'll leave you with this. One of the things I did to get by was I decided to cut my own hair. I said, it's curly. Like, how bad could it be? No one will notice. They do. Walking around like this, I thought I was just look cute, you know, very coquettish. But now I just have a sore neck and bad hair. Get ready for a date. And I will leave you this. We have to do a lot. We've got the hair and the makeup and the jewelry and the outfits. Guys, shit, shower, shave. And if you're lucky, it's 2 out of the 3. During the pandemic, they don't even shave. So guys, step it up. We women are here for you to appreciate, admire, and pay us for it. Thank you all for your time.
All right, give it up for Tina, everybody. Yeah. All right. I haven't shaved in a long time. Anyway, let's keep this going. Let's give it up for James DeSalvo. James, all right.
Oh, so I've been sitting around watching too much TV lately, mostly HGTV. All right, so people buy old homes, renovate them, and yet surprisingly, not one ghost in the entire episodes. Nothing. I'm sorry. I want to start my own show called Haunted House Hunters. It would be great. You follow a couple around just looking for the haunted house of their dreams. I already have it mapped out in my head. So the voiceover. All right, so Norwegian death metal fans, Circe and Balthazar, are searching for the home of their dreams. They want a home that meets their morbid sensibilities, but can also grow with their coven. Let's see what Villa St. Donna's found for them, shall we? Okay, I think you two will love this place. Now, it's an 18th century farmhouse built on ancient Indian burial ground. And you notice on both sides, we have the cemeteries. And at midnight, they say, especially when the moon is full, you can hear the cries of the eternal damned. It's wonderful here. Now, the plumbing is new, and yes, the good news, it is zoned for ritualistic sacrifice. And there's plenty of room for the kids to run and summon demons. And over here behind this door, the pièce de résistance, your own portal to hell. And when I'm done with, HGTV, I flip over to the Food Network again, which is almost my porn channel. It's great. But there's the show The Pioneer Woman, about this rich woman who moves to the Midwest, out on the prairie, on this 2 million acre farm that's worth $200 million to live just like the pioneers. Yeah, okay. So today we're going to make these homemade fritters. We'll get our buttermilk and our corn flour, which is wonderful, and mix together in the Cuisinart, like the pioneers had. and we're going to get our fire going. Normally we would cook outside in the bonfire, but we'll just use our 12-range gas grill right here and mix this together. This is wonderful here. Yeah, great, of course. In the background, of course, because it's the prairie, there's a gun rack in case of Indian attacks. And I'm just waiting for General Cuss or the gang from F Troop to pop in. Yeah. There's a local hospital. First year they cancel it, but they have baby races. They're for charity now. I love them. They're great. I'm a big fan. But the people make me sick of the casual fans. They just go to watch babies crash. It's terrible. I sit around some nights not being able to sleep, get insomnia, have these random thoughts like, what do homeless kids call homework? How does the Catholic Church advertise communion wafers? Jesus, the other white meat? Jesus, it's what's for dinner? And speaking of that, I would go back to church. Any Catholics out here? No, okay, so one, so somebody else who knows true guilt. So yes, I would go back, but the communion wafers are so bland. If you give me flavored ones, even like those little Oreo thins, have you seen those? So the body of Christ. Like, oh, good. Jesus had a creamy middle. That's great. and not surprising, of course. Ooh, Trump didn't go to John Lewis's service today. No, too political. Too many politics. Yeah, great, sure. You know who it would be? The funeral for Mayor McCheese, all right? That's not too political for him, right? God, he was a well-respected leader. Great. He had a good bun on his shoulders. Not many people know. His head was a cheeseburger. I knew. In case you didn't know, I knew. All right. He had no problem quelling the French fry riots of 1975. This rebel. Many good condiments on both sides of the issue. Many good ones. Yeah, great. He and Grimace and the Hamburglar would be the pallbearers there. And I miss seeing my little niece and nephew. But what I don't miss is going out with them and my brother, like the Chuck E. Cheese. Have you been to this seizure-inducing hellhole? Anyone? No? Oh, yeah, it's like Vegas for kids. It's true. They get them all coked up on Mountain Dew, and they're flashing lights on little slot machines. They win tickets for things. The only thing missing are tiny hookers out front. Oh, so what you got? Okay, 2 tickets get you rub and tug. 4 gets you a half and half, and 6 tickets get you anything you want.
Oh.
Thank you very much. You've been a great crowd.
Hey, give it up for James, everybody!
Thanks.
$6, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Let's keep this going. Let's give it up for Franz Kyle. Franz!
Franz! Woo! All right. So, in other news, Senator Tom Cotton joke says that slavery was a necessary evil to make America into the power that it is today. Of course it helped. It was free labor. Free labor. Father had children just so that he could do his chores. Weren't necessarily considered slaves. Did take out the leather strap in order to fly. Sure that businesses nowadays would love vintage today. And it could help Trump to get over in his re-election campaign in 2020. I can already see the campaign promises. Bring slavery back. Yeah. Or pro-slavery, I'm pro-bondage. Or it's not wrong, it's historic.
Yes.
So, as you know, Native Americans actually were the original people that white people tried to enslave. But they died. They basically, instead of being chattel, they'd rather go and become into the spirit world. So they decided to go out and get African Americans because they thought we were of heftier stock. That's why we're always picked first on the playground. Because we were bred for this. And then he decided to double down and basically say that without the Holocaust, we wouldn't have Israel and a central location to find all the Jews. And I kept on thinking, shit, and we can get reparations. Better lawyer. And I was thinking that maybe Tom Cotton is the type of guy who basically looked at the big flood and thought that, you know what? I'm a fan of this Noah guy. Or that he actually rooted against Adam and Eve and had them kicked out of the Garden of Eden. But in all seriousness, slavery was black people's fault. Because we decided to take a free cruise from white people we didn't know. First white ship captain was the first of a long line of white serial killers. And that's our issue, is that just can't say no to free shit. Which is the reason why we all own timeshares. All right, so last time I saw all of you, asked you all for me to be your black friend. And none of you reached out. Advertised that I could be your friend's black friend. Because it's a fucking recession. And I was hoping that the ads would get to my new favorite white person, Mackenzie Scott. Oh, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. She gave away $1.7 billion to a whole bunch of black shit. It's really commendable, except for that she's worth $60 billion. So she gave away a small portion of her fortune. And she gave away all this money to these historically black colleges like Howard and Hampton and Morehouse. And it was almost like the movie Millions. Trying to give away a certain amount of cash so that she could get something else at the end. Heaven. But I was thinking about Brewster's Millions, and I said, I could be her John Candy. I could help her spend all that money. And as her black friend, I have no problem just spending it all because we're only friends on Instagram and Facebook. We're not really. But that's why black people are protesting, because there's 630 billionaires. 5 of them are black. The richest one has $5 billion. Her ex-husband, Jeff Bezos, is worth $178 billion. You could actually buy and sell those 5 black billionaires times. I guess that's an unfortunate set of words as well. All right, I know I'm over time, but I wanted to say one last bit. And this is my commercial bit. The slavery bits. That's the new sponsor. Slavery bits. The worst parts of being black, all in a tiny salty snack. Or slavery bits. A great snack for when you're out in the fields, and you haven't been fed, but they don't give you what you really need. And this is an appropriate piece for all the things that white people are doing for us now that black people didn't ask for. Like changing the real estate ads for master bedroom. I love a good master bedroom. It means luxury. It means space. It means the Jeffersons. Don't have a trigger with it like Lady Antebellum. And then last but not least, because this bit can go very long and I'm already over, is that I didn't ask for Terry Crews. conquer our own negativity. We aren't claiming that word, fucking coon. And I gotta go.
Give it up for Franz, everybody! All right. Woo. All right, we got a couple more to go, and but we are definitely the best are coming up for last year. So let's give it up for our next comedian. Let's give it up for Allie Fowler. Allie!
Hey guys, how are you? Woo! Woo! So hey. So there's a couple things I want to talk about today. I'm listening to some of my friends that are like happily married or whatever, and they have kids that they love, right? So here's the most recent saga that I've heard. My friend got into an argument with her husband because he would not taste her breast milk. And she decided that she tasted, so it's like she tasted it because like weird shit that moms do that's like normal or whatever, like I don't know. So I proposed to her that we already have almond milk, we already have coconut milk, we already have oat juice or whatever. I think that like Starbucks should just start serving like breast milk lattes. Right? Okay, so you can market that shit to all the weird hipsters that live in Brooklyn. Yeah. You can market it to all the weird single moms that eat placenta. It's low overhead, right? Now, my other thing is that I'd really like to bitch about is parents, like, if you're having children, like, just teach them how to, like, file your taxes. Or, like, pay the electricity bill. Right? Sorry, my dog is freaking out. Hold on. He's part of the show now. He's security. He's like 15 pounds of security. So like teach your kids how to like file your taxes, like pay the electricity bill, be your personal assistant. Like you're already teaching, like you already have them like rubbing your feet like as a game when they're toddlers. Right? So like just give them the soft skills that they need so that when they graduate college or like whatever online shitstorm that they're studying at, they'll at least have the skills to go and get a job, right? Remotely working somewhere. Oh yeah. So when I'm annoyed with things as a child, I roll my eyes a lot. This guy gave me the best compliment I've ever had. He said something stupid, so naturally, like, I rolled my eyes. It's like a gut instinct. I can't control it. And because I'm not a person that, like, hides my feelings easily on my face. He said, and I quote, "You are the Hermes of eye rolls." And I had to listen to it again. And I was like, what did you say? And he said it again, and I was just like, that has got to be like the best backwards compliment, like the best Sicilian compliment I've ever heard, right? Like, is there a finishing school so that you can learn how to do this stuff? Like, there should be a finishing school for like backwards compliments. There really should. Women, we do it to each other all the time. It's true. It's like, yes. Oh my God, you look so great. You definitely didn't put on weight over COVID. Like, just like, there's got to be a program for that. If there isn't, let me know how to monetize it and I'll figure it out. I need extra cash. There's three other things I want to talk to you about. Relationships or situationships, whatever you want to call them. They're fucking hard, no matter which way you turn it. Dina said she'll take my class. So I could not be a lesbian, okay? Not because I don't think that women are beautiful, but because all we would do is fucking bake and take baths and talk about our feelings. And I just don't have the emotional bandwidth to do it. I don't want to do that shit. Like, and also like breaking up with someone, like I recently broke up, whatever. I don't have a boyfriend anymore. So we broke up and we're on good terms. But I also realized, like, in my own self-studies, like, breaking up with someone fully turns me into a 12-year-old boy that just plays, like, Mario Kart and smokes way too much weed. Like, that's all I want to do. I don't want to go shopping. I don't want to take a fucking yoga class. I don't want to do Pilates or go to brunch with my friends. Like, I just want to sit at home and play video games and smoke weed with my friends. That's all I want to do. And then, and men, this one's for you. A little tidbit of advice for you to open those ear holes. Okay, like you think because you are you think you're like enlightened or like woke or whatever because you just realized how to like associate a word with a feeling that you're having right now. No, dude, you just graduated 7th grade psychology. You didn't like you're not woke. Like you're a 2nd grader. 2nd grade vocabulary, and you graduated 7th grade psychology. Like, good for you. And my complaint for masks. Just a general comment. If you're wearing like your mask on your chin or like your mask with like your dick out on your face like this, like I want to light you on fire. I just want to. That's it. So like, stay out of my way. And also, the last thing that I'd like to say is that you guys are amazing. I've watched all of you guys. I think you're wonderful and keep doing it.
All right. Give it up for Ellie. All right. So now we're going to bring up your headliner for this evening. Let's give it up for Tracy Jane. Tracy!
Woo! Holy shit! Just when you bring me up, like the rain kicked up and now my set list just blew away because I'm in small town America on the front fucking porch. Hold up, I gotta go inside with my drink. This is fantastic. Hi y'all. So I came home to small town America. My town of like 3,500 people, and it's it's nice and safe because people were so far away from here. I just went and had ice cream like the other day in a nearby hometown. Their population is 74 people. 74 people in the entire town. Like their COVID tracing system is a couple of tin cans and a string. It's safe and fantastic. It's exactly where I want to be. I have been like roller skating every day and working on painting my mom's house. So you know what that's like. If you're home at your mom's, that means you deal with your fucking brother. And yeah, like, bitching up a storm, you're using the wrong brushes because, they all know everything. And I'm like, I'm fine with this brush because I have talent. That's what I have. So it's like doing a whole lot of dealing with siblings and being in the hometown. It's awesome being back because, of course, I'm enjoying being away from the city. I mean, you got to, if you want to go to Trader Joe's, you got to get up at the crack of dawn and go stand in line for like hours. In the 80s, that's how we bought concert tickets. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that for frozen shrimp. It's not the same payout. It's not the same thing. And but it can be fun and entertaining. Like I went to the liquor store and and they opened an hour later because staffing, all that. And I thought, all right, I'm gonna go early. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the rush. I'm gonna beat the crowd. Yeah, and I watched a guy walk up, see the sign, and scream, "God damn it!" It was. I giggled for like 20 minutes. That made me feel good and warm inside, especially because about 5 minutes before that happened, I walked up and saw that same exact sign and said, "What the entire fuck? Like you can't just change the hours of the liquor store without like putting out information and maybe like a Amber Alert, because what's important? What's important right now? What's important? So they are essential workers. So I love my hometown. I'm having a good time being back and relaxing. I roller skate every day. I work on painting my mom's house. It's all pretty safe, but everybody on my street I've known my entire life. I mean, this town, there's like 3,500 people in this town. The street, I know everybody. There's one guy that has a huge Trump flag in his garage. It's in his garage, and it says Trump 2020. No more bullshit. Okay, the only thing that I can agree with on that flag is the no more bullshit, because we are dealing with so much bullshit right now. I don't think we can have it anymore. I don't think we can deal with any more bullshit. But no, it's so like, what in the hell is wrong with you? This is clearly some psychological problems. If you've gone and bought a flag, like that's your team, your high school mascot, that's your pro team, for a fucking politician. Really? Like, you got a flag for a politician? Just make the whole damn thing red, because there's definitely a whole lot of red flags going up for you, buddy. You got a lot of problems. If you have to, and he hid it, and he's putting it in his garage too. So he's got to know that something's fucked up, but he's not willing to admit it in here, not in here. So I'm going to hell. Stuart was talking about going to hell. I know I'm going to hell because I've already hit a whole lot of those things on the punch list. And I'm at the point now, it's like, well, you already know. You know, it's like taking a driver's test. You hit a cone, just fucking take them all out. You already failed. So I'm living this life, taking as many cones down as I can, because I am already going to hell. It's my way of finding acceptance, comfort. Yeah. Back when I had a job, do you remember those good old days, like March? So I had a girl come up to me in the bathroom in like the floor of my job, and she's so sweet. She was like, so a bunch of my friends and I, we're gonna start a Bible study. Would you like to join our Bible study? I was like, is it in a bar? You don't know me, but I know me. I've been with me all the time. So you don't want me at your Bible study unless you want to feel a lot better about yourself. That's pretty much the only reason that you would have me there. Boy, yeah. And Dina talking about being an extrovert and how this is hard for her. And I'm good with this because I'm actually an extroverted introvert, which means I seem really friendly, but I actually hate people. I took the test. That's who I am. I'm diagnosed. Yeah. So, I am missing New York, of course. You know, I mean, I left and there was fireworks going off every night, all night, and that kind of thing. So I came home about a month ago and heading back soon. But I mean, this small town where I grew up, I mean, it's so sweet. People are so nice. Like in New York, if somebody flips out on a waitress or, you know, a girl that works in retail, they just get to ruin her day, make her afraid she's going to lose her job and disappear into the night. You know, it's not free. It's fucked up. But here, in this place, if you freak out and start screaming at some waitress, there's a pretty strong chance she's going to look at you and say, don't I have your daughter in my 4th grade class? I'll see you at parent-teacher conference on Thursday. It teaches you a bit. It teaches you a little bit more of social responsibility because you can't get away with shit. Everybody knows you. If you fucking cut off somebody dangerously, they'll call your mom. They know your mom. They know your mom. It's a different way that, like, you know, like if you're dating somebody, there's no meeting parents because you know their parents. That was your homeroom teacher in the 4th grade and the 3rd grade. You know them. Like, it's just a different little world. It's one of my friends that I grew up with on the street. We drink wine late night. So now he's 50, I'm 48. We're getting busted sneaking out to drink. He's like, I'm 50 years old. This is the first time I got busted sneaking out. And I'm like, that's because you're hanging with the bad girl on the street. Yeah, bad girl. I'm the bad girl. They're all like, yeah, isn't there titties in a movie or some kind of shit? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird coming back here. So, yeah, but the people back here, I mean, this is small town America. I'm like half hour from Pittsburgh. West Virginia is nearby. These people are not healthy. They are not a healthy people. And you go to the grocery store and like most of them are not wearing a mask. And I'm having like, I don't know if any of you watch Schitt's Creek, but leaving New York and coming to back to this, Schitt's Creek is where I'm from. That is my town, okay? So coming back here, like, I'm having a lot of David Rose moments. I'm like, oh my God, okay, you are not healthy enough to be without a mask right now. You are not. You are definitely, have you seen you? Because you are definitely high risk. If you get this, you're not living through, oh my God, could you just wear that thing right now? There's a sign. So a lot of David Rose moments going on for me. Yeah, I'm having a good time though. I've been cooking a lot on the back porch. Like I said, I paint and I roller skate. I'm like living my Xanadu fantasy life. I don't know what's gonna happen when I have to go back and get like a job and act like a real person again. I think I'm gonna end up doing the whole taking all the cones out maybe one more time because the unemployment is kind of sweet. I'm doing okay with it. I'm doing okay. Wait, before I roll, wait, damn, what, am I missing anything? No. Okay. I don't think I have anything else to share with you all except that I miss seeing your beautiful faces, and I hope to annoy the crap out of you with all of my obnoxious energy in person very, very soon. All my love to you. God bless. See you soon.
Give it up for Tracy Jane. Tracy, great job. Give it up for all the comedians on the show tonight. All right. Woo. And thank you for the great audience. Give it up for the audience that stopped by. Yay! And that concludes the show for this evening, and we will see you all next week.
Great job, everybody. Great job.